Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The goddess's rite of rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seiros is sure to be in attendance.
Okay, so our task this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery in support of the knights, who are busy trying to stop an assassination plot. Here's the thing. I don't think the bad guys are really trying to assassinate the Archbishop. Precisely. That secret note with the assassination plot on it, there's just no way that was real. People don't just carry around secret notes. Someone wanted us to find it.
You really think the assassination plot is just a distraction?
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. But then, what are they really after?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so worried. Let's see. It probably involves somewhere that will be empty during the Rite of Rebirth, yeah?
Since the ceremony is at the Goddess Tower, it follows that everywhere else at the Academy will be severely understaffed.
Do you think they're after the church's donation money? I hear noble families tend to donate quite generously.
My bet's on the dining hall. It's a treasure trove of delicious food. Makes me angry just thinking about them getting their grubby hands on it.
Let's split up and look around. I'll keep an eye on the reception hall.
You should get in some training if you have the time, Hilda. There's a good chance we'll have to fight.
Well, I'm not the only one who needs to train here. It's not right to single me out like that.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seiros, and that little go-getter there is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril. Yup, I help Lady Rhea with all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Hey there, Claude. Where are you headed? If you need some extra muscle, count me in.
No thanks. Not much need for heightened security at the monastery. Well, most of the time, anyway.
Ish, I can take a hint. Was just trying to help you out. The way I see it, can't do better than cozying up to thee, Claude von Regan, future leader of the Alliance.
You can get as cozy as you like, but I don't think that'll lower the price on your head.
Couldn't hurt. People trust you. They trust the folks you run with. I could use a little trust in my life.
So you're hoping this newfound trust will trick more people into lending you money? Yeah, count me out. You know, fighting debt with debt won't work, right?
Just as well. If you mess up leading the Alliance, that plan's a bust anyway, so count me out, pal. By the way, Claude, are you really the heir of House Regan?
Yes? That's my current understanding, anyway. Why do you ask?
I've never heard any talk of the last Duke Regan leaving a son behind when he died in that accident. Duke Oswald the Old. Your father? Tall tale if you ask me. And if that's not the case, then who exactly did you get your Regan blood from?
Look at you figuring things out all by yourself. Sorry to say the true story isn't all that interesting. I was born to an offshoot of House Regan. When my crest manifested, I was accepted into the ruling bloodline. That's all there is to it.
Nice try, but I'm not buying it. House Regan produces dukes and leads the whole of the Alliance. Not having an heir is a matter of life and death. Any relative with a crest would be accepted immediately. But no one even knew you existed until fairly recently. It's fishy, Claude. Remarkably fishy.
I think I've finally figured you out. You're working for Lawrence, aren't you?
Here's what I really can't work out. Duke Oswald's only daughter, Tiana? Whatever happened to her? I met her a few times when I was a kid. She was a great lady. A real looker, too, let me tell ya.
I see your mind was just as pure when you were a kid as it is now. How'd you even cross paths with her?
As the legitimate heir of a minor noble house, I got a pretty decent glimpse into high society. Lady Tiana was something special. The stuff of dreams, really. And one day, she just vanished. Poof! Gone. I'll never forget hearing about it.
Wow. So you've had a particular interest in older women since way back when. Sorry, go on.
When my old man told me, I cried buckets. Even Holst lost it.
Holst? As in Holst the Indomitable Alliance General? Huh. I never knew that.
Yeah. And after a while, I heard a strange rumor. Some say Lady Tiana left to live in a far-off land. Once I remembered that, the rest fell into place.
Right. Say, have you considered minding your own business? Isn't that enough of a handful as it is? If you want to have a real discussion sometime, bring me facts, not a bunch of tired gossip. Deal? Anyway, Teach is waiting for me at the training ground, so I better get going.
Nice try, Claude, but I'm on to you.
Hello.
I need a favor. Yes?
To figure out our foe's intentions, we need information. Lots of it. Or any, at the least. For now, try going around the monastery and looking for suspicious locations. You should also try chatting folks up to see if they know anything. Once we've got things narrowed down, let's meet up and compare notes. Can I ask you a favor?
Let me
Thinking.
Right.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame. No, but do not concern yourself for my safety. I am very much stronger than I appear. I have something to ask of you.
Professor.
Oh. Good. Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand. Hey, how about a favor? Hey, how about a favor?
Hey,
So...
greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. The goddess's Rite of Rebirth is this month, right? The monastery gates will be thrown wide open on that day. I'll be working as a guide. I hope I get to guide some lovely ladies around.
I've heard talk of students wandering the monastery late at night. They wouldn't happen to be from your class, would they? Please keep your students in line, Professor. Kids these days.
Setting fire to the stables to distract everyone. To cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book, but I cannot shake the thought that our enemies may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable. And the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent. Please, do me a favor.
Hey, Professor. Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading this letter from my father. Do you know him? He's a pretty big deal in the Empire. He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that. Hey, I got a favor to ask.
Okay? No.
Are we really just taking Claude's word for it? If so, I doubt anything will come of this. It is all probably just some sort of distasteful joke. I find it highly unlikely that anyone would be foolish enough to barge in here and cause a disturbance. How kind of you.
I will have to repay you sometime.
Maybe. It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrick Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children.
That's so.
It was a good try. Never underestimate an outsider. Never underestimate an outsider. Sorry, but victory... It's not luck, it's fate.
I'm glad I asked you.
Professor.
What?
Well done. You have my thanks.
That's so.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's so much here, I couldn't possibly name just one. Even this here kitchen contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it.
Professor?
Professor?
Do you know what this room is? It is the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver and gold and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that would cause too great a stir, should it be stolen? No. The church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location.
Right.
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
I can't sing very loud.
have a thought. Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the Goddess's Rite of Rebirth coming up.
Here's an idea. On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the divine Saros lies. There she slumbers, eternally. That's pretty much all that's in there. Just an ancient coffin. It's sealed with a powerful magic to protect against would-be grave robbers.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing. I suppose the priceless objects in this room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me who could make use of them.
I see. Thanks. That was a big help. Something the church values above all else. And on the day of the rite, it'll be open to the public, making it easier than ever to get inside. That's gotta be it, right? Bullseye. We don't know the enemy's intentions, not yet. But our best bet is that their target will be the Holy Mausoleum.
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
I've eaten many meals in my time, but this is divine.
Oh, exquisite! This is exactly the meal I've been craving.
Look at us, sitting down and enjoying a meal together. Just like the Good old days, eh, Balti?
That's right. Brings me back to the days when you, Holst, and I were inseparable.
Oh, is that Marianne?
Hmm?
Ah, no, sorry. It's just you turned so quickly. It gave me a start. I don't mean to interrupt your prayers, but what's with that posture? Don't you think lowering your head so much might, I don't know, offend the goddess? Maybe, spook her a little?
I'm not praying, only confessing.
Confessing? What are you confessing for?
For everything about me.
That can't possibly be necessary. There's no way you're as bad as you make it seem. I've seen how kind you are with the horses, and I've noticed you're always sensitive to everyone's tastes when you cook.
But that's...
Yeah, well, if either of us is going to confess, it should be me. I used to be a thief. I may have only stolen because I was poor and starving, but it was still wrong. I'm only even here thanks to Lenato. He gave me a second chance, and now I eat well every day. I'm doing all I can to make the most of it. You're a noble yourself, aren't you? The daughter of Margrave Edmund, I think. And if you're a noble, that means... Do you happen to have a crest?
A crest? I do, but it's...
I knew it. That's great, Marianne.
There's nothing great about it.
Please, don't be modest. It's an extraordinary gift. You should be proud of it. If I had one, I'd use it to make sure my brother and sister never had to live in poverty. Think about all the good you could do for the world with your power.
No, I can't. You don't understand. This crest is worthless. I'm sorry, but I must go.
No, not again. I'm not good at this.
Well...
You're kidding. I can't stop thinking about Lenato. I'm sorry, Professor. I know this isn't the time, but I just can't get past it. Thank you. No matter what happens, I promise you I'll do my part. Wow. Wow. I can't stop. I'm sorry. Wow, I can... I can't stop. I'm sorry. Yes.
Brings... I've still got room to grow. Brings...
I could do... You see, I shall accept. I could do... I could do...
I think it's coming along.
I would like to ask you something. Ah, so that's how it is.
Hey, pal.
Ah, it's you. Where I'm going is hardly your business. Do me a favor and mind your own, won't you? I somehow doubt your sincerity. My intuition says you'll keep nosing into what I'm doing. So, what's your deal? Worried about my well-being? Knowing where I come from, it makes sense you wouldn't be. A leisurely stroll about town in the middle of the night is obviously nothing new for me. There's no slowing me down tonight. I've got important things to attend to right now. There you go with that nose of yours. It still isn't your business. But it looks like you won't let me leave until I tell you. You get your way this time. There's a dispute. Or maybe treachery is the more fitting word. Regardless, a purge is required. I see I've got to spell it all out for you. One of my goons double-crossed the gang. He absconded with his boss's small fortune, my small fortune, and buddied up with another gang. Members of the gang are recognizable by their scorpion tattoos. Suffice it to say, they're not a group you want to tangle with. Despite that, I'm not about to just roll over and play dead on this. So I figured I'd pay them a little visit, have a spot of tea with their boss. Makes sense, you know? Like I'm not aware? Wow, friend, you clearly underestimate me. I play my cards wisely. I wouldn't play if there wasn't any hope of winning. Same. Ever since I became boss, I've had this nagging feeling like things are just off. But I certainly can't lead well by letting my feelings get the better of me. Better head off now. I've got people waiting for me just outside of town. See you around. What is it you're after? Money? Me? Or are you just looking for someone to kill? You seem adamant, so I'll allow it. Won't hurt to have backup if things go south. I trust you, for now, but I don't know how reliable you actually are. Just so we're clear, you mess with any of my people, I'll slit your throat without hesitation. Got that?
What's the latest, pal? Got any hot tips for making gold fast? Holst used to make me this tea all the time. Huh? Nothing. Forget it. Thanks. Smells pretty good. Really? Of course. Really? Makes sense. Really? Of course. Since I gave up my noble status, my tea invitations have really dried up. Makes sense. That tea was delicious. Hey, think I can drink the next cup in one go?
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon. Practice yields results.
I'm ever so grateful.
I've got this, Hilda. You won't even have to lift a finger.
Fine by me. Though, just so you know, I won't be paying you for your services.
What? No deal then. Guess we'll have to split the work down the middle. You can't win them all. Trust me, we'll do better next time, pal.
I don't think it was all that bad. But yeah, Balti will do better next time. Oh yeah, getting the hang of it.
I see. It's all making sense now.
It's starting to make sense. How's this gonna help?
I learn with my heart, not my...
Good morning, Lysithea. Out for a stroll, are we? It's lovely weather for it. I might go wander outside myself. I'm sure I can see some beautiful sights.
Ignatz, hold still, will you?
Sure.
Your shoes are untied. It looks sloppy. Let me just fix it for you.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. But really, I'm perfectly capable of tying them myself.
Clearly that's not the case. Otherwise, this wouldn't be an issue. Now, hush. There we go.
Thanks.
You've also got awful bedhead.
What? But I examine myself in the mirror before leaving my quarters.
It's the back of your head. Quite unkempt. You really should get it together. I mean, really. You're born to a noble adjacent merchant family, aren't you? You really should be more presentable.
Sorry, Lysithea. You're always so perfectly put together. In fact, I'd say you're perfect in all respects. I don't think I've seen you fail at anything.
Well, consider that if I make even the slightest misstep, everyone will treat me like a child. There's nothing I hate more than that.
I see. Well, I think you're very mature. If anything, you may be overdoing it somewhat. I mean, people treat me like a child sometimes. But I like it, because it reminds me that other people care about me. You know? No matter how much we stretch, some things are always beyond us. I think it's fine to be vulnerable and ask for help sometimes.
Ignatz, are you really lecturing me about how I conduct myself right now? You're a sheepish, unreliable scatterbrain who can only ever think about what others think of him. Perhaps you should worry about your own maturity before you start questioning mine. Although you certainly look the part of the baby, so maybe that's asking too much. Anyway, I've got things to do, so I'm gonna go now.
Lysithea, wait. Hey!
Out of my way! You're such a child, I swear.
That was uncalled for. After all, I am older than she is.
I did pretty well.
I still have much to learn. It's fun when you know what you're doing.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Friend.
You can't win them all. Trust me, we'll do better next time, pal.
I don't think it was all that bad. But yeah, Balti will do better next time.
Now I see the heart of it.
Guess I'm still growing.
Aha! I'm getting it! How's this gonna help?
A bit more skill never hurt.
Stay focused.
Ready and willing. It's not luck, it's fate. I expected as much.
Just like that.
Let me at him.
Sally forth!
Who, me?
Ready anytime. I'll try even harder next time.
Yep.
Sure thing.
I stand ready.
Leave it to me.
Another step forward. Such I'm sorry, everyone. It was just too much.
Could have been better, could have been worse. Do you see where you went wrong?
At least you're no coward. All that blood and sweat was worth it.
That shall do nicely. Now I'm even tougher.
As expected.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
I'm really sorry. What?
That's the golden deer for you. I expected as much.
I've been practicing that one. There's no masking my splendor.
It was a good try. Progress suits me well.
You didn't give it your all. Practice yields results.
That's the golden deer for you.
We must all do our part. Each battle a chance to grow.
It was a good try. I expected as much. Progress suits me well.
at him.
Ready and willing. It's not luck, it's fate.
Nice work.
Sally forth!
Stay focused.
My next effort shall compensate. A grand skirmish.
Can we help?
Make him go. Fresh out of luck. That's life. Ah.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
We must all do our part. It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Do you see where you went wrong?
That's the golden deer for you.
You're certain? Acknowledge my contribution!
Sorry, but victory is mine. I expected as much. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you wait? I ran as fast as I could. It's a nice smell. I think I love this one. Thanks. The taste of relaxation. Oh? Wow. Oh? Right. Wow. You're such a mystery. I'm afraid I've stayed too long. Thanks for the tea. Let's plan to do this again sometime.
You. Just what are you up to?
Well, if it isn't Lawrence.
Yes, it is. Try not to sound so affronted. And you're just whimsically wandering the monastery grounds again, I suppose?
Oh, naturally. After all, I really do adore the Garrick Mock Monastery.
No, I think not. That impish look on your face does not suggest innocence. You are up to something.
Lawrence, control yourself. Let's not start throwing around baseless accusations. It's not proper. This monastery is packed with 1,000 years of history. Well, 5 years shy of 1,000 if we're going for accuracy. Those pillars, these walls, even the floor, they've all seen more than we can possibly imagine. Our distant ancestors may have walked these very halls. Doesn't that excite you?
Perhaps if this were a discussion about art, but I'm afraid walls and floors are not sufficiently interesting to hold my attention. Nor will they suffice to distract me from what is plainly suspicious about you. House Regan was on the brink of collapse until they suddenly revealed you as their legitimate heir. That was only a year ago. Where were you before then? Are you even a true heir to House Regan?
If I weren't truly of House Regan descent, how do you imagine I acquired my crest?
A crest is insufficient. I am referring to your noble disposition or lack thereof.
Well, that's what I came here to hone, after all. I can only hope that you will assent to instruct me in the art of snobbery, Professor Lawrence.
I do not think you grasp the significance of the responsibility you bear. Do you even know what it means to lead the Leicester Alliance? I take no pleasure in saying this, but much of the chaos in our ranks right now is due to the failings of House Regan's leadership. I intend to set things right, and once I expose you for the fraud you are and reclaim my rightful place, that is precisely what I will do. To be blunt, it would have been better had you never shown your face here.
Sheesh, that guy. He just can't be reasoned with.
Hello, Marianne. You're well, I hope?
I am, Lawrence. Thank you.
I cannot help but notice you do not look it.
Is that so? I feel fine. Was there something you needed?
How unseemly of me. My apologies. It is not my intention to stare.
Does something about me seem off?
Oh, not at all. I was just remembering your father, or rather, comparing my experience of him to you. Your father, Margrave Edmund. He is one of the shrewdest nobles in all the Alliance, with a noted gift for pointed speech. On and beyond the battlefield, his words have the power to move friend and foe alike. My own father has said he would not want to make an enemy of him. Naturally, I am of the same mind. Your father is blessed with gifts of confidence and eloquence, yet compared to him, you seem always reticent and downcast. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause you discomfort. It's just that the contrast between you and your father is striking.
I have very little in common with my adoptive father.
But he sent you to Garreg Mach. Clearly, he sees potential in you. I think I see it too. Yes, a certain charm, gravitas, if you will. Just like him. Oh.
I can't say that I know too much about him. I should be going now.
Yes, of course. Please, take care. Oh, such grace, such serenity. How could such a beauty be hiding in plain sight? With a little polish, she would shine magnificently.
Ah, so I see. If one were to combine this incantation method with the power of a crest, then in theory, it should...
Hey there. Still studying, are we? Isn't it past your bedtime?
Claude, I really don't appreciate you interrupting me right now.
But if you don't get your sleep, you're never gonna grow big and strong.
Uh-huh. The last thing I need is you fretting over me as though I'm some child. I'm only a few years younger than you, you know. Hardly worth noting. Furthermore, my grades in magic and basically every other subject are far higher than yours.
Whoa there. I'm not trying to treat you like a child, I promise. This is me treating you like a princess. Now, come along, princess. Brush your teeth and get yourself ready for bed. I could read you a story if that helps.
Ugh, the audacity. Whatever it is you think you're treating me like, it's unendingly annoying.
If a child and a princess are out, what's left? Should I treat you as a noble hero? Draw your sword, Lysithea. If you wish to continue studying, you must first defeat me in battle. Come now, face me like the hero of legend that you are.
I find myself speechless in the wake of your staggering ignorance. Now, please, leave me be.
Okay, I can take a hint. But in all seriousness, you shouldn't neglect your sleep. You'll fall ill if you push yourself too hard. Oh, and just so you know, I heard a rumor that this library is haunted. It's probably not true. Right? Right. Anyhow, I'm off to bed. Good night.
You know, I am suddenly rather sleepy. Excuse me while I see myself out.
No matter how she tries to hide it, she's still a young girl at heart.
A new path to tread.
The Rite of Rebirth is finally underway. Time to see if our hunch was right.
I hope it's not. Then we wouldn't have to fight anyone.
We've all come to this conclusion together. I'm sure we've got it right.
Right or wrong, the clock is ticking. All we can do for now is stick to the plan.
You seem a mite too relaxed for my liking. The goddess's Rite of Rebirth is about to begin. While we are in the Goddess Tower, we are relying on you to secure the locations that are lacking in defense.
May I let you in on something, Professor? My brother can be a bit callous. He told me that he was concerned about you, and hinted that perhaps you would be better off patrolling a coffin.
That was said in jest, Flame, and in confidence. Please just remain by my side and do not cause any more trouble. As a professor, you would do well to remember that it is your duty to guide your students down the path of righteousness.
Please excuse us, everyone. We shall see you again after the ceremony has concluded.
Sedith is way too overprotective. He reminds me of my brother.
Come on, Teach. I know a hidden spot where we can monitor the stairs that lead to the Holy Mausoleum. If there's anyone down there, they'll be trapped like the rats they are. We'll just have to take them down without getting bitten. Our guess was spot on. Looks like we have company.
Those Central Church dastards have spotted us. Buy me some time while I open the seal on the casket.
I'm on it.
Looks like the enemy is going after the casket in the back. Maybe they're going after the Saint's bones? Weird. I'd like to defeat them before they can finish the job. But did you notice? Look closely at the ground. There's some kind of contraption on certain parts of the floor. The smart move is to advance while finding the best fighting positions we can, based on the enemy's weaponry.
Stay focused.
I'll give it my all.
Who, me?
Let me at him.
Sally forth!
Ready anytime.
Ready and willing. It's not luck, it's fate.
Leave it to me.
Sure thing.
I stand ready.
Death Knight, prove your strength and scatter these fools.
I don't take commands, or waste my time on weaklings.
I'm getting a really disturbing vibe from that guy. No one go near the evil-looking knight, okay?
As expected. We must all do our part.
I can't afford to lose. Is this power really mine?
Sweet dreams!
My next effort shall compensate.
You didn't give it your all.
I must steel myself.
I'm impressed.
I've been practicing that one.
Even stronger than I look, yeah?
See where you went wrong.
It's not luck, it's fate.
The reinforcements haven't arrived? If they approach from behind, we can attack them from both sides.
Now that feels good.
It's good to be king.
That's the golden deer for you.
I'll give it my all.
Stay focused. I stand ready.
Sally forth!
Ready anytime.
Ready and willing. Never underestimate an outsider.
Let me at him.
Leave it to me.
Sure thing.
Who, me?
That's how it goes.
That's the golden deer for you. Life doesn't always go as planned.
I just worked harder. I don't have time for failure.
You're too late. The seal will be broken any minute now.
Should I have held back?
It's no use. A seal is broken. You can't... Huh? A sword. Ah!
That sword is... I see. What a pleasant surprise.
The jerk got away. Was that magic? We can't even chase after it. Hey, Professor, the way that sword is shining, do you think it could be...
Is the intruder here? Oh, looks like you have this under control. You, round up any stragglers.
Will do.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry. The attempted assassination of the Archbishop. An attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived!
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands. May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait, please! The goddess would never forgive you for our execution!
Monster! We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
I suppose that's that. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum. Looks like it was all a plot by the Western Church. It's just too bad that that masked knight who was leading the attack got away. Vanished without a trace.
But why would the Western Church want to attack Lady Rhea?
Why? Take your pick of reasons. Relations with the Western Church aren't exactly friendly. Oh, that's right. Geralt mentioned that you grew up completely isolated from the Church. The Church of Seiros is split into a few different branches across Fodlan. The Central Church is headquartered right here at Garrick Mach. Then there's the Western Church. Far west from Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lonato had his little rebellion, is the fortress city of Arianrode. It's the strongest fortress in the kingdom. On the other side of it is the headquarters of the Western Church.
Not too smart to bicker with people who worship the same goddess as you.
The bishop of the Western Church must be pretty ambitious. Probably hopes to split off completely. In which case, he'd need to weaken the Central Church's influence. Killing Rhea is certainly one way to do that. To the shock of no one, I hear the Knights have been sent to subdue the leaders of the Western Church. We'll probably get a chance to assist.
You're an odd one, aren't you, Professor? How'd you make it this far in life without ever interacting with the church? I can't believe someone like you exists in Fodlan. It's too strange.
If you think that's weird, consider the fact that Rhea hired Teach despite all that.
So those guys they caught, they all got the axe, right? That's brutal.
Lady Rhea can be rather intimidating at times. In fact, she can be downright terrifying. Professor, those who cannot be saved must be delivered to the goddess for judgment. Is that not so?
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me.
The Archbishop lives. Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Seros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The Sword of the Creator.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
There's more. The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Good. I believe I will enjoy this a great deal.
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the Sword of the Creator. That sword is one of the hero's relics, and the most precious artifact in the Church's possession. It is also a weapon of terrifying power. For now, I will entrust the sword to you. Please, use it wisely.
Lady Rhea, wait! Do you truly mean to give the Sword of the Creator to this stranger? Surely it is not the sort of thing one hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fodlan would be consumed by war. Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Seros over 1,000 years ago. When Fodlan was attacked by wicked gods, it is said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the Sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fodlan. Henceforth, he was dubbed the King of Liberation. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness. Saint Seros was forced to destroy him. Lady Rhea, I beg you to reconsider. Given a little more time, we could more accurately assess this stranger's abilities.
No. I have faith, Seteth. Faith that our friend here will not be corrupted by wickedness. Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the Sword of the Creator. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master.
I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea. There you have it, Professor. See that you do not betray the trust the Archbishop has seen fit to bestow upon you.
The Sword of the Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all. That sword is clearly precious. So why is she so keen to gift the thing to you? I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me. The Sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Such as the one that... Oh goodness, what was her name? What is wrong with that head of yours? Of course it's not a cat! Her name is Catherine. The Sword of the Creator differs from her Thunderbrand in one key way. It bears a hole, where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me. And yet, I place my trust in you. I must. Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.
The Sword of the Creator, pulled right from the legends. I finally found it, and yet it ended up in Teach's hands. Could I even use it anyway? Damn it. There's no telling what's to come.